Hello, welcome back to my channel. So I want to talk about Joynomi and Red in this last episode. So Joynomi decided that she was going to fly out to Missouri and she went to go see Red's mother. So apparently they're super close. They talk on the phone every single day. But this is the first time that they're actually meeting face to face. And Joynomi was freaking out because she's still scared that his family may not approve of her, especially after the fact that she's banged at least 3 other dudes since she's been with Red. And I still feel like the number may possibly be higher than that. So she goes over and she sees his mom. His mom is talking about his childhood and showing off like old childhood pictures of Red. So the mom shared that Red lost his dad when he was only 5 years old back in 1999. And she said that Red was actually a really good child. He got good grades in school, but when he was in 12th grade, he started hanging out with the wrong crowd. And then when he was 20, he got locked up. And now she's freaking out because he's been locked up for the past 10 years. And that's literally a third of his life. And she's scared that he's going to be institutionalized and that he's going to get out and it's going to be quite an adjustment for him. So the mom was starting to get super emotional while she was talking about all this. So Joynomi gave her a big hug and told her it was going to be okay. And it seemed like they were bonding pretty well. But in my opinion, I just felt like Joynomi was laying it on a little too thick. She was hugging the mom every 3 seconds, saying, "We got this, Mom. I love you, Mom." And she was just doing it way too much. I was starting to question how genuine she really was because it just seemed like she was doing the absolute most to get the mom's approval. And I just thought it was weird that she's already calling Red's mom like that, especially like every 3 seconds, because it's the first time you're meeting the lady in person. I don't know, I just would feel some type of way if the first time I met my son's girlfriend, she was hugging me every 5 seconds and kept calling me mom. And the mom even was talking about how she felt about Red jumping out of prison and becoming a father to Sway, and she says she doesn't feel confident that he's ready to take on that father role. So then Red's sister Destiny pulls up and Joynomi was excited because she just dropped 7 racks on a car and bought it from Red's sister so Red can have a car when he gets out, even though the man doesn't have a driver's license. And I was just shocked when I found that out because knowing Joynomi literally had to sell her family's heirlooms to come up with $500 to travel to Missouri. And the son don't have Wi-Fi on his tablet at home because she said the Wi-Fi got cut off because she was sending all her money to Red that she had. But she has no problem dropping $7,000 on a car for Red. At this point, it seems like this girl is just trying to buy this man's love. And I feel like she just feels like she is eternally in debt with Red for what she did to him while he was locked up. I think she's just going to continue to put this man before herself until she digs herself a big hole and she doesn't have anything left to give. So the sister and Joynomi decided to hop inside the car that she just bought for Red and have a conversation. And when they get in the car, Red's sister Destiny didn't waste any time. She jumped right to the point and she said she wanted to know what was up because she's been following Joynomi on Facebook forever and that's how they've been talking. And she wanted to know what was up with that baby belly she posted a few years prior and what's up with this baby that she has when she's been with Red, who's been in prison the past 7 years. So Joynomi was like, "Look, I was tired of waiting on Red and I didn't plan on getting pregnant." And she just seems so nonchalant about it. Like it's no big deal. And this sister was like, "Well, you know what that looks like, right? You know, you get pregnant. And you know, I bet the rest of the family is wondering like, what the hell is Red doing with this girl still?" So Joynomi was like, "Look, I feel like Red is partially to blame and he played a big part in why he cheated." And she just kept blaming it all on Red. She wasn't taking any accountability at all. And that's the last thing the sister wants to hear. Like, the sister's trying to feel her out and become convinced that she won't do it again. But who's to say that Red won't push her to cheat again in the future and she's going to blame it on him? So the sister said, "Look, there's no excuse for cheating whatsoever." And Joynomi was not trying to hear any of that. She wasn't ready to take sole responsibility, so she said that she was done with the conversation, and she stormed out of the car and said that she was going to go see what her mom was doing. And the sister felt some type of way when she said that. She said, "You mean my mom?" She's like, "No, she's both of our moms. She's my mom too." I think Joynomi is overreacting. Like, she has to realize that Red's sister is just looking out for her brother, because it's not like Joynomi just cheated one time. She literally cheated with 3 different dudes, and I still don't believe that it was just 3 dudes and that every single dude was just a one-night stand and she didn't hit them up again after that. And it's not she just cheated. She also had a whole child with another dude out here. Not only that, like, the 3 dudes that she at least admitted to that she slept with, it was unprotected with every single dude, because she doesn't even know which dude could potentially be the father, which one has a higher chance. And so the least I feel like she can do is be called out for her action. It was just crazy to me, because it seemed like she was trying to act like she was innocent to Red's sister. And you can't be out here crying and playing the victim after all that. And so then she told Red's sister, "Well, what has Red done for me? Well, he's been in prison. I bought him a car. That's all I can do right now. I spent all my money for him. I've done everything. Pretty much bought him all the materialistic things he could want." But then Joynomi had the nerve to say, "Well, what can Red do for me? I've been doing all this stuff for him, but he can't do nothing for me." And the sister was like, "Well, he calls you. He's there for you." And then Joynomi was just getting mad, and it's like, that kind of made me upset, because you knew coming into this relationship and choosing to be with an inmate the past 7 years that there is nothing he can do for you while behind bars, unless he's hustling or got something going on. And she knew what it was, so don't complain about it when you knew. She should have found her man outside of prison if she wanted to have somebody who could help support her in other ways besides just phone calls. So Joynomi got upset. She wasn't trying to hear what Red's sister had to say anymore, so she jumped out of the car. She ran inside his mother's house, and she's like, "I don't know what's gotten into Destiny." And the mom was like, "Well, what's wrong?" And then the sister came in. She's like, "Mom, I think you should know that Joynomi cheated on Red not just one time, but 3 times. And the mom knew that Joynomi cheated, but she thought it was just one time. And the mom was like, "Okay, well, it's 3 times with the same man at least, right?" And Joynomi was like, "No, it's 3 different men." And when the mom found that out, you could literally see the disappointment in her eyes. And the mom was so tired of the drama, she told the sister that she just needed to stop, mind her business, and let Joynomi and Red figure it out, because at the end of the day, it's their relationship. And the sister thinks that there's a high chance that Red is going to get out and he's going to cheat on Joynomi as a way to get back at her and just do whatever he feels like. And I kind of feel like that's what's going to happen. I was just watching an interview he did with Gio. I didn't have time to watch the full thing because I had to record this video. But he was asked if he still has the truck, and he says yes. And he's like, "Well, why did she buy you the truck and spend all that money?" He's like, "I don't know why she did that." But he's not even with the girl no more, and he hasn't had no problem letting the people know on his Facebook that he's single. And he's also been posted up and posting pictures with some other girl kissing on her, and we can't see her face, but it's obvious it's not Joynomi. Okay, so I had already wrapped up this video, but I had to come back and just share a few updates. So I just got done watching Gio Malik's interview that he did with Red last night. So Red revealed that Joynomi got pregnant in May of 2019, but she did not tell him until 4 months later. So he was talking to her on the phone every day while she knew she was pregnant for 4 months. She just completely decided to not tell him, and then one day he called her and she was emotional, and she revealed that she was 4 months pregnant. And at first she just said it was with one guy, and he said he didn't find out until later that she had actually cheated on him with 3 different dudes. And then he also said that right now he's not working, but he's in the progress of trying to find work. He's trying to apply for some city jobs, and he's had trouble because, you know, he's got such a big gap in his employment history after being locked up for 10 years. I was watching the interview live, and I did notice towards the end of the interview that Joynomi was in the chat, even though he was just taking pictures kissing other girls the other day. So even if it seems like they may no longer be together, it still seems like they're on speaking terms. But that's it for this video, guys. Let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments below. Check out my lashes and cosmetics at AccordingtoAmber.com. I have some big Black Friday and Cyber Monday sales coming up, so stay tuned for that. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. Are you recording? Are you recording? Spill the cheese, sis.